in this lesson we are going to continue with more examples of the derivatives of exponential functions. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. So when you have a function y equals a to the power u, okay, where u can be a function or a variable, and then a is a constant which is greater than 0, then the derivative of this function will be y prime, and then that will be equal to u prime, okay, times the ln of a multiplying a to the power u. Okay, this is what we will have. So in this case here, we are not going to consider a to be Euler's number. Okay, in my previous video we considered a to be Euler's number e, but in this case we are not going to consider a to be Euler's number e. We are going to consider a to be any constant at all apart from Euler's number. So let's look at some examples here. So we have the function y to be equal to 5 to the power square root of x. Okay, this is what we have here. Okay, so now in this case you will see that we have u, okay, to be equal to the square root of x. Okay, and then that's the same as x to the power half. Okay, so all we need now is u prime. Okay, so u prime will be equal to 1 over 2 multiplying x to the power 1 over 2 minus 1. Right, so that gives us u prime to be equal to 1 over 2 times x to the power minus 1 over 2. Okay, so when we simplify this, we're going to have u prime to be equal to 1 over 2 square root of x. Okay, so this is what we have. So now let's substitute this into this general formula that we have here. So we're going to have y prime to be equal to u prime, which is 1 over 2 root of x, okay, times ln of a, so that will be ln of 5, okay, times a to the power u, so that will be times 5 to the power square root of x. Okay, so this is what we have now. So let's simplify this. So you can multiply what you have on top here. Okay, so we are going to have y prime to be equal to ln of 5 multiplying 5 to the power square root of x over 2 root x. Okay, so this will be the derivative for this function here, y equals 5 to the power root of x. Okay, let's take another example. So I have y to be equal to 3 to the power x plus x to the power 3. Okay, so let's find the derivative of this function here. Okay, so for the function here, which is for the first function here, which is an exponential function, okay, let's find its derivative. Okay, let's find its derivative. So I'm considering what we have here first. Okay, so let's find the derivative of that part. So let's say I'll take this to be equal to z. Okay, so let's say z equals 3 to the power x. Okay, then z prime will be equal to the derivative of 3 to the power x. Okay, that will be the derivative of 3 to the power x, and then that will be x prime times ln of 3. Okay, times ln of 3 times 3 to the power x. Okay, so when we simplify this, we get z prime to be equal to x prime is 1, so that will be 1 times ln of 3 times 3 to the power x. So that gives us z prime to be equal to 3 to the power x ln of 3. Okay, so now let's find the derivative of this part also here. So this part here is a power function. Okay, that's a power function. So the derivative of this will be equal to 3x squared. So now let's add our answers. So in this case, we are going to have y prime to be equal to 3 to the power x times ln of 3 plus 3x squared, okay, plus 3x squared. Okay, so this will be the derivative of this function that was given here. Okay, so let's take another example. So we have y to be equal to 5 to the power 2x plus 1. Okay, 5 to the power 2x plus 1. So let's find the derivative of this function here. So I'm going to consider u to be equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, and then we will need the derivative of u, which is u prime, and then this will be equal to 2. Okay, so now let's come and substitute it into the general formula. So we're going to have y prime to be equal to u prime, which is 2. That will be 2 times ln of a, and then a in this case is 5. Okay, times a to the power u, so that will be times 5 to the power 2x plus 1. Okay, so this is what we have now. I can further simplify this. So let's look at that. So I will have y prime to be equal to 2 multiplying ln of 5 times 5 to the power 2x times 5 to the power 1. Okay, I just rewrote what we have here. Okay, so from here I'm going to have y prime to be equal to, I'm going to multiply this 2 with this 5 here, so that's going to give us 10. So I'm going to have 10 times ln of 5 multiplying 5 to the power 2x. So that will be the derivative of that function also. Let's look at the last example here. So in this example, we have y to be equal to 5 to the power minus 2x cubed. Okay, this is what we have now. So I will have my u to be equal to minus 2x to the power 3, and then u prime will be equal to minus 2 times 3 times, okay, let me make this, times x to the power 3 minus 1, that will be 2. We're going to have u prime to be equal to minus 6x squared. So let's substitute this to the general formula. So we're going to have y prime to be equal to u prime, which is minus 6x squared, okay, times ln of a, and then you have a to be 5 again here, and then times a to the power u, okay, that will be times 5 to the power minus 2x cubed. Okay, so this is what we have now. So I think this is already simplified. Let me write this here, 5 to the power minus 2x cubed. Okay, this is already simplified here, so that will be the answer for this question also. That's all for this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe so that you can receive notifications when we solve more examples.